Okay, I am kind of reluctantly back to Driftwood. We're basically just about to begin, like, the prologue's over, just about. We actually start the game, wow. I spent, like, all of today that I was awake, so, like, the past hour, and, like, an hour last night trying to install, I don't know how to say it in Japanese, so on. The Witch Unholy Night, the, Type Moon game about Yoko, I think you pronounce it, but App Local, Microsoft was like, hey, remember that thing that some guys use? Let's remove that off our website. And so I had to get a third-party one, and it won't work. So I'm basically suffering. So now I have to play this instead. Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. I leaned my head back from the dirty interior window of the ferry, letting my mind drift from the idea of starting my new life as I glanced around the inside of the boat. People walk around silently, finding their own seats, always a good distance away from the others, minding their own lives as most do. Each one passing has me, wondering about the details of their history and pasts. Wait, you're telling me there's, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, there's 18 seats, so I mean, how many people could there be? There could only be, like, at most 12. It makes me feel so small and insignificant. I spent so much time during my summer break and the first few weeks of the school year moping around about my own life. It's selfish, really, considering how many people are on this planet that have actual problems. I sigh and tilt my head back against the glass, gazing out at the vineyard sound with a strange mix of emotions spewing my dejected but still beating heart. The water looks calm, and the sun is high in the sky, with only a few clouds spotting the blue expanse. A new school, a new life, a new chance to make a history. I've cut ties. That reminded me of the Persona 4 song. It's time to make history, I think. I've cut ties with my old friends, and have hardly any connections with them aside from social media websites, which I hardly use anyway. But this is for the best, I suppose. Or at least what my parents think. The soft sound of waves and gulls cawing can be heard outside the window. The slow rumble and roar of the boat's engines echo quietly in the whole of the ship. The massive engines make the whole steel frame of the boat vibrate slightly. It gives out this almost annoying buzzing sound that is irritating if you actually pay attention to it. Luckily, the sound is interrupted by the Hispanic-sounding voice of a man speaking through a speaker system throughout the boat. I stretch my head away from the window to listen as he speaks. Welcome to the MF Safeguard. Please keep all children supervised. Oh no, the boat's been hijacked! No, not again. He goes on to speak about the safety regulations of the ferry and all the possibilities of horrible events happening and what procedures will take place if they did occur. I space his voice out and lean back against the window. Once the engines are fully running, we depart, and I watch the shore get further and further from sight. We hope you enjoy your stay or visit to... Wait, is further and farther, like, are they different words? So, are farther and further different words, or farther or further? Okay, they are, okay. Farther is for physical distance, and further for metaphorical or figurative distance. Okay. The speaker fizzes out, and static replaces the man's voice for a short time before a plug is pulled and the speaker system dies out. I gaze out at the ripples of water the ship creates as it glides across the ocean deftly. It's hypnotic, watching and hearing the faint churn of the sea against the heavy steel hull. Lid my eyes partially, lured into a half-asleep state before the sight of a child running by at a high speed while yelling awakes me. That's not just me, right? That's a typo. Oh, escape message. Cool. Finished dishonored. Low chaos. Wow, congrats. Congratulations. I only killed like 9 people in total too. I played through Dishonored, well, it was my first time playing it, finished it yesterday, I think, right? Or the day before. I I was gonna kill no one, but somehow it counted me killing 2 people on one mission. So I ended up killing like maybe 5 people in the end because I got upset. Concept of sleeping for the rest of the trip is thrown away. Oh wow, who brought the baby? School vacation is long gone and everyone is back to their daily routine, including myself, even if I am a few weeks late. Except this routine isn't familiar at all. Over the course of the summer, I had a lot of free time, and I spent a good deal of it watching the news and researching on the internet. Came to the conclusion that the reason the man decided to shoot me was because I wasn't supposed to see the robbery, or his car's license plate. Not that I would have been able to remember it, even if I tried. Stop complaining about your... No, let's not be... Okay. I just said okay. Not that I would have been able to remember it even if I tried. Well, at least that gives us a half decent reason for why he shot him. Just unlucky timing for us to have been there, I suppose. Regardless, it's not something I want to go through again. Martha's Vineyard seems like a nice substitute for possibly getting shot up in another incident. I'm calling it. Same guy show up again in the ending, which isn't out yet because this is only like one act, I think they're called. I already had my fair share of other people's conflicts, so not being involved at all sounds like a promising idea. I'll let them live their lives, and they'll let me live mine. The boat is close enough to the island now to see roads and houses dotting the shoreline. How do you see roads? Like, I can understand you seeing houses because they're vertical, but roads, like, it looks quaint. Attractively unusual or old-fashioned. Little dated, but just as developed as any other place I've seen in Massachusetts. The sound of the speaker system turning back on rings out, followed by the same man from earlier. Preparation for docking commencing. Please keep clear of the MV safeguard personnel. Walk-on passengers will be exiting on the port side. Men in shaggy-looking sailors' uniforms start to unhinge a door from the boat's interior, working levers and grabbing onto ropes in an organized procedure. The boat rocks and sways for only a moment as it bounces between the heavy timber barriers of the docking area. The men open the exterior doors of the ship, and with the help of a few men on the docks, they lock the boat into place and hoist a gangplank up to a latch onto the level of the boat's opening. Slowly and steadily, people start to disembark. I join them, descending from the boat and step into the morning sunlight of my new life. Okay, I thought so. I was like, that's like, if the opening's going to play, it's going to play then. Yeah, I already saw this animated on, I think, on the Steam store. It's, given that it's, should I say indie? Is that the right word? Like, he doesn't have any ties to any animation studios or, I mean, it's good enough for what it is. Oh, it's a spooky ghost. Oh no, it's an internet hacker. Oh no, that's just, usual pandering girl, the one. They're in every game. I mean, the movement kind of looks weird in the openings, but I mean, I'm not really gonna complain that far because it's the sunbeams. Unless they spent like half the Kickstarter money on that, then I won't complain. How much should you raise again? I didn't donate, but I don't think I even knew it was a thing. $8,000. So as long as he didn't spend 4,000 on that opening, Although I did actually like Katawa Sojo's approach to the instead of like one 90-second or however long opening that was, they did like there's 5 routes, so 5 different animations. They were only like 10 to 20 seconds long about each route. I kind of like that. Sunbeams high in the sky, showering its warmth down onto the earth to bless all the life with its presence. I don't mean to be that guy, but Katawa Sojo's animation was actually better. I mean, it did have well, wait, how long has this been in production? But Katawa Sojo was made pretty much over like a decade, right? I think it started in 2016 and finished in 2012, I believe. 2016, yeah. No, 2006. 2007. The sunbeams high in the sky, showering its warmth down onto the earth to bless all life with its presence. It soaks into my skin, warming up the whole of my body as I lean back against the bench outside the boat terminal. I stare ahead at the water stretching out into the distance, glimmering as the surface sways to and fro. The mainland now appears to only be a small sheet of earth painted over the ocean's canvas. It's a mostly blank void of uninteresting brown and green that only adds to my contemplation of the whole situation. My parents want me to have the best future and I have a lot of room to develop in my own person, with as little stress as possible. Whether or not I think this is the right choice isn't really up for debate, so here I am in my new makeshift home. Dainty little island called Martha's Vineyard, discovered in the early 1600s by a group of English-backed explorers who best to name the island after the captain's daughter. So, is this a real island or is it fiction? Oh, it is. Looks like a real island. Yep, it exists. But did they get the history right? Come on now, come on. Let's see. The island's namesake is not positively known, but it is thought that the island was named after Gosnold's mother-in-law or his daughter, both of which were named Martha. Definitely not the mother-in-law. It was the daughter. Okay, all in all, I get to start a new school year, knowing nothing of the teaching ethics, none of the people, none of the landscape or towns, and none of the culture or lifestyle. Nothing. Well, I do know of one person, but I don't really know him. My uncle... Okay, hold on. How do you pronounce this name? How do you... Hey, is it? I don't want to click on that YouTube video because, then the feds will be out for me for copyright. Xavier. Xavier. Can I just say Xavier? Okay, thanks. My uncle Xavier, a distant family relative, who's supposed to be picking me up. It's late though. Okay, so there's actually a reason they're sending me here. Dad described him as a drunken old has-been who is unreliable and has a tendency of sitting on his... Oh, it's in a bad word. We have to stop, guys. My mom won't want me to play this. That was a good one. I gotta write that down. Hold on. Notepad. No. I did open Notepad, but seems promising and already very self-evident based on the fact that he's not on time. I'm in no rush though, so taking things slow and enjoying my last moments of summer vacation is fine. In hindsight, I'm sort of happy that my parents care about me to the extent that they do, paying for my schooling here and the like. So if anything, I guess I'll just have to make the best of all of this while I still can. I think that's a good way to be, living each moment to the fullest, regardless of the good or bad that comes of it. Digging my hands around in my pockets until I find my phone. It's probably best to tell my parents I'm here safe and sound. Send them a simple text, then scroll through the contacts, finding the one I ended a few hours ago that was supposed to be Xavier's. My thumb taps the enter key and I bring it to my ear with an annoyed sigh. The phone rings for a few moments before it's picked up. The sound of a bothered sounding person yelping out from the other end. Yeah, I'm on my way, don't worry, kiddo. He hangs up before I can even say anything. Rude. I gaze back up at the sky, a soft huff of air leaving my lungs as the puffy white clouds in the distance blow by without a care. They're seemingly unaffected by the world around them, just little slices of serenity and peace floating in the atmosphere aimlessly. Wonder if that's what this island is like. At least, that's what my parents probably want it to be. Little escape, a place for me to grow up. Or better yet, a place for me to not get shot. The sound of an unattuned... I mean, really, lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice. So isn't going somewhere else a bad idea? Like, really, I'd just stay outside... Where were they? The bank? Like, you know, that's like the safest place to be. Can't get shot there again. Sound of an unattuned engine roars nearby, and a car recklessly swerves into the parking lot with such little regard to safety for others. It can only be my uncle. The driver nearly hits a guy walking from the boat terminal to the town nearby. He manages to bump into a sign before eventually coming to a halt. His parking is remarkably careless. It's an awe-inspiring sight, seeing someone take up 3 whole parking spaces with 1 car. Oh, this guy's a pro. I don't even think I can manage it. I don't even know how to drive. The door of the trashy, beaten down and scratched up vehicle pops open and an older man steps out carelessly, brushing off his pant legs with his palms. He has crumbs all over his torso and pants and looks like just as disheveled as his driving. Hey, was sending me to live with this guy a good idea? Wait, no, it's a boarding school, right? Never mind. Grass eyes for an instant, and he shrugs over excitedly and embraces me into a tight bear hug, lifting me off of my feet and waving me around like a child. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's sorry. He sets me back down on my feet, giving my wounded shoulder a cynical and comforting pat. Okay, so let's go over everything that's wrong here. 1, his face. 2, what's with this shirt thing right here? Like, what is this? And isn't he supposed to be like a slacker? What's with the what's too formal? Thirdly, what's with the belt? Who puts their... It's not even... That's not a thing. Nobody does that. Quite a lad you've grown up to be. Thanks, it's good to see you too. I haven't heard anyone say lad unironically in like... I can't even think of the last time I heard someone say lad, like... I mean, I watched Shrek a few years ago. Does that count? I'm pretty sure he says lad at one point. Glanced down to spot the remnants of Xavier's lunch scattered on my own clothing, forcing me to make the effort of brushing them off so I don't look like a slob. So have you had lunch? Eating lunch sounds good, although the question leaves me a little bit baffled due to the crumbs that were on Xavier to begin with. I haven't. He gives me a nod and paces over to the car that is taking up half the parking lot, gesturing for me to get in the passenger seat. This guy is worse than Amane. Dude. I never thought I'd say that. I was like, okay, Amane is the pinnacle of how bad you can get. Well, at least Amane had a, selling points, wink wink, nudge nudge. But this guy, like, at least she was, like, ironically bad. This guy's just... He's just... Throw my bags in the car, which is clothes and old magazines scattered across the floor. Slipping into the front seat, I see it's a little less of an eyesore. He actually manages to keep the front portion of the car a little cleaner than the back. Still fairly disgusting, though. Lunch, then the school, eh? Eh! Luckily, his driving isn't an issue now that he's in no rush, and we steadily make our way through small clusters of traffic. So 17 and all grown up, eh? Eh? Yes, you can say that. I offer him a casual smile as we shuffled on the road, spotting a sign indicating this was Vineyard Haven. Dogs the whole way as we drive inland. The ocean and the mainland vanishing from the view behind the scrub oaks and gray shingled buildings. We arrive at the bakery and sit at a table on a patio overlooking the road once I get some food. Luckily for me, he isn't hungry, so I don't have to witness how the crumbs from his previous meal landed all over him. Get a simple sandwich, turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and all the like. Wait, I thought he said it was a bakery. What bakery has sandwich? Hold on. Bakery definition. Place where bread and cakes are made or sold. Okay, now, you see, the word you're looking for is would that be like a deli? Or you know, that's short for delicatessen. But I don't think that's quite the right word. Just like a, you know, a store? You know, well, what do you call a place that sells food? A restaurant. That's what they call it nowadays. It's a new word picking up in, popularity. Is it though? Yeah, let's see how long restaurant's been used. Yeah. See, it's picked up in popularity. It's really, you know, in the past, since like the 80s, it's been used a lot more. So really, see, it has picked up in popularity. What's with the song? I mean, it's not bad. It just kind of feels out of place, I guess. How far? 22 minutes. The first bite is rewarding enough, but after a while, the taste is bland. So what do you think of coming here for the next year? Bit nervous, but looking forward to it, I guess. He gives a subtle nod and glances out towards the road, watching his cars slowly pass one by one. It's a nice place. You might not like it at first, but it grows on ya. What do you mean by that exactly? What's not to like? People here are probably a little different than what you're used to in the city is all. Oh yeah, I've heard that, I heard that it got one soldier too, what a coincidence! I'm pretty sure that's that got one soldier. I'm just gonna end it here so I can never come back. What? Why can't I see anything on the saves? I'm out of here. See ya. Never.